Forget everything I said yesterday about the offense struggling, Justin Fields throwing 3 interceptions, me panicking over what this offense is really going to look like. Finally, after 3 days of really bad practices by the offense and Justin Fields in particular, we finally had a good one. I don't know if this team was trying to, or Karen Angstrom was trying to install some new plays, some new concepts, some new reads. I don't know, but there was certainly a dip in the last 3 days where Justin Fields was throwing like 34% completion percentage wise. He had 3 interceptions, and it just was not looking good. He hadn't thrown a touchdown in a decent amount of time, but today was really good. I want to bring up Nick Faria's Twitter or X feed here. He had a really good timeline of what happened at practice. Nick's been on the show before, a good friend of the show and of mine. And yeah, he was at camp, and he's talking about the offense here. First play was a check down from Fields to Breece Hall. Hall ended up on a slot corner, and they'll take that, as Nick says here, they'll take that every day of the week. We had some good plays here by Will McDonald. He was back at practice after some back spasm issues, which back spasms are always a concern really for any player, especially for edge rushers, and especially for Will McDonald, who his signature move is a spin, right? I would think that puts a lot of stress on your spine and on your back. So I'm happy to see him back at practice. And then finally up here, touchdown. Fields to Garrett Wilson on a really nice ball in team drills, put it where only Garrett Wilson could catch the ball and still protect himself with a safety coming. It was a really nice throw. That play specifically, that touchdown was was posted, I think, on X and on Instagram, on the Jets Facebook page. I think I love the social media team for the Jets. I think sometimes though they're doing their best to show the team in a good light. And finally, they got a good play. They got a good touchdown out of the offense, and they posted it everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Moving up here, Braylon Allen running through arm tackles. Again, something really good that you want to see. This team is going to be a run-first team. We saw practice, not yesterday, but the day before, them doing a lot of running behind Membu, a lot of running behind Fashanu as well. I think the tackles are going to play a big part this year. We're going to need to be an RPO run style offense, and Braylon Allen getting downhill is a dangerous thing for defensive linebackers and backs. And then even the second and third team offenses were getting into it. You had Brady Cook throwing some really nice passes on third downs to convert. Brady Cook is the undrafted free agent out of Mizzou. I want to say he played with Membu, I think. And then Adrian Martinez, he was on the team last year, the UFL quarterback that he was the MVP of the season 2 seasons ago, I think. Again, he has a touchdown to Quentin Skinner throwing a bomb. I don't know who Skinner is. I don't think he's going to be someone who makes the team. But either way, even the second and third team offense was getting into it. We had some nice defensive plays here. Marcelo Ball picking a ball out from Garrett Wilson off of a nice catch. And then we did have a slight downturn in the offensive play, and that was an interception by Justin Fields. But apparently, from what I have seen, not only Nick Faria, but other reporters that were there, that this was a deflected drop off Jeremy Ruckert. This is, I think, the second or third time this has happened specifically with Jeremy Ruckert. He just doesn't seem to have good hands, and I'm really hoping for him, especially with his background being from Long Island, growing up a Jets fan, that he can turn this around and be someone that this team can rely on. But right now, it's not looking very good. He has had some multiple drops, and specifically not only drops, but deflects that were good passes that were then picked off. From what I've seen, that this was a really, really good pass from Justin Fields, and he dropped it. He dropped it, it got tipped, and it got intercepted. Some good plays by Tippmann, some good plays by Fasciano, and then we have another Justin Fields touchdown. This one a scramble touchdown in the red zone. This is going to be Justin Fields' bread and butter. The interception, as Nick Farias says, was not on him, but he didn't let it completely ruin his entire practice. I don't know if these last 3 practices they were trying to install something new reads, new concepts. I'm not sure, but he wasn't playing well, and this is a good bounce back for him with a passing and a rushing touchdown. This team is going to live or die off Justin Fields. They're going to live or die on the play of Justin Fields, the offense, Garrett Wilson, and honestly, Mason Taylor. I think Jeremy Ruckert is going to end up being tight end 2, strictly based on his catching issues right now. Fields attacking the middle of the field, fires one in the middle to Garrett Wilson for a first down. Again, this is stepping up in the pocket, trusting your offensive line. This is not 7-on-7 drills. This is 11-on-11 full live game situations. And he's driving the ball down the middle of the field. He's hitting his top receiver, Garrett Wilson. This was a good practice. This was a good practice from him, a good practice from Garrett Wilson, a good practice for Membu, a good practice for Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, you saw, and then on the defense, even Will McDonald coming back. So good things. I'm not panicking anymore. I'm not sure if I was truly panicking, but this early in training camp, it's hard to get a real judge on what this team is really going to be and what we can expect as the season goes on. I think this team is going to be hopefully hovering around 500. The QB situation coming up in the draft is looking murkier and murkier now, with Arch Manning saying that his nephew his grandson Archie may not, or is likely to not come out of Texas this year. That'll be a conversation in another video, but I am pulling for Justin Fields. I want him to succeed. I want the Jets to succeed. And this is a good day. This is a good practice. Also in the news here, Aaron Rodgers, head coach Aaron Glenn said that the starters are going to be playing in the first preseason game. That's a big deal. I think having everyone together playing against another defense, not just their defense, is going to be a good measuring stick. I think they should play in all 3 preseason games to an extent. I think that only does good for the offense and getting in sync and being sure everybody is on the same page. That is a far change from from last year. Aaron Rodgers didn't play any of the preseason, and they went into San Francisco and got annihilated week 1. To be fair, so I'm happy. Good day as a Jet fan. Let me know what you guys think.